All over Carolina, you see this wacky plant. Some people dearly love it, some people rave and rant. A hungry, happy army, it marches day and night. Trees and buildings, fields and yards give up without a fight. It's a joke that's in the comics, it's a legendary growth. Is it a curse or blessing? The truth is that it's both. Kudzu, dang, you are fastest growing crop. You're easy to get started, but you don't know when to stop. You don't know when to stop.
Kudzu was brought over for erosion control mainly. But when we started a dairy farm in '62, we had a drought and we had several acres of kudzu, and no one had ever tried to harvest it with machinery. My daddy told me, said, don't take that thing in the field to tear that machine all to pieces. So we started cutting and we started feeding it. And you can't keep a fence between the cattle and kudzu.
We think it's a wonderful plant because it helped us here on our farm back when there was a drought. The corn was brown, but the kudzu was green.
Horses, goats, and moo cows think it's a tasty treat. I've even heard sane people say the leaves are good to eat. When life gives you some lemons, you stir up lemonade. Life gave Miss Edith kudzu vines. Just check out what she's made.
In 1977, a book came out called The Book of Kudzu, and I found out it's really like a Bible of the kudzu plant. Lots of recipes just delighted me, and I thought, well, this would be something good. And the finding that it's full of protein and fiber, that's the name of the game these days. So I tried first the French fried kudzu leaves. It was marvelous just to find out that you could eat the kudzu. You can stir fry it, put it in a quiche. You can eat it just any way. I've been using it for 20, 25 years now, and no, you won't turn green.
These are the kudzu blossoms, and they bloom July, August, and September, and it's from this that we make jelly. And you strip the blossoms off of the stem, like that. And you get a whole lot of them, and then you put them in water, put them on your stove, and get a juice from that, sieve it out, and from that liquid you make the jelly. And it's really a delicious way to use kudzu that people would not normally think about because you can't often see the blossoms. They're hiding under these big green leaves.
Kudzu, bless you, you're a miracle, it's true. You make all kinds of useful stuff. And a fashion statement too. And a fashion statement too.
For years, I always was interested in grapevine, and I made baskets. And then I met Edith, and she said, you ought to try kudzu. It was about 8 years ago. And so I did. See the curly Q in it. Now try to use that somehow. Try to use what is natural. And kudzu really just twines itself in and out. If you had a field of kudzu, it just goes like this in circles. And that's sort of the way I weave it. Sometimes I think it's like creating, you know, actually creating matter.
Like everything in nature, kudzu has its charms. It holds the fertile topsoil on meadows, hills, and farms.
You ready, fella?
Kudzu can be a useful crop you never have to tend. Perhaps it's more than just a joke. It could be our true friend.
Regular farming, you got to plow the field, harrow it, plant it, buy the seed, fertilize it, and so forth for an acre of corn or something. With kudzu, you don't have any expense except the harvest cost. We sell it to people with goats and horses, rabbits, chickens, cattle. People use it for mulch. People don't realize the value of this.
Kudzu certainly has gotten a bad name because it does, as you can see from this tree, overpower anything that's in its path. But when I do educational programs for school children, I talk about how it's really the Michael Jordan of the plant kingdom. The most amazing thing, I believe, about the kudzu plant is the root starch, and it's known to have the isoflavones that combat alcoholism and metabolism upset. So kudzu is a very powerful plant, and we're just beginning to learn its possibilities.
We are pleased to be here today, and Will was born in this house 11 years ago. It was built by his great-great-grandfather over 100 years ago.
Our children love their kudzu, jellied, baked, and fried. It's protein, starch, and vitamins, so come on open wide. Oh, kudzu, bless you, a handy-dandy crop. You've grown into our history, and we hope you never stop. We hope you never stop.
People thought we were crazy to set out kudzu in our bottomland, and we've cut it for 40, 50 years, and it just keeps on coming back.